And we are back. Welcome back to my last 16 predictions for Euro 2024 after a night where firstly Switzerland were absolutely outstanding and completely took apart Italy, so fair play to them. They look like a real tough opposition to whoever progresses from England's match today. And then I wasn't able to watch the second game last night as I was at an Avril Lavigne concert. Yes, I know. However, from what I have seen, it was once again Michael Oliver taking centre stage, as he loves to do in all big occasions, with some very controversial decisions. However, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I think the officials got every single big decision correct in terms of how the laws currently are. That doesn't necessarily mean that the laws are correct. However, from what I've seen, every big decision was correct. So I have to give them credit. However, I've heard that the timings were quite long, and obviously it puts even more pressure on English officials given all the drama we've had in the Premier League this season. So at least it didn't affect the overall outcome. Germany, from what I hear, were the deserved winners, and the game sort of descended into a contest between which player of Kai Havertz and Rasmus Højlund was going to miss the most chances. And in the end, unfortunately, it was Rasmus, as Havertz did get himself a goal. So it ended 2-0 to Germany. Fair play to them. I look forward to seeing how they do against their oppositions, which will also be determined today. And that is the purpose of today's video. It is to find out who will be playing Switzerland and Germany in the quarterfinals. It is time for day 2 of the last 16. And before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel if you're new around here. We, of course, have Copa America predictions coming for you again this afternoon. And just as a precursor to that, I got both predictions in the Copa America absolutely spot on. Got the correct score in both games last night in the Copa America. So make sure you're checking out that series, because I'm doing pretty damn well in South America, or all of America as it is now, for the Copa America. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk England, because it's last 16, day 2. And that first game is, of course, England taking on Slovakia. Now, to my knowledge, it's not going to be too different from Gareth Southgate. By his own admission, he is not bothered what the fans said and what the fans were chanting at him at full time. Now, obviously, he's going to have to say that. It would have been nice to hear him say, I respect that the fans are showing their opinion, but he went, no, that doesn't bother me in the slightest. So he's not going to change his mindset. It looks like he'll bring in Mainu for Gallagher, and he may be forced to change the left back. Other than that, I don't think he's going to be making any changes for this game. And look, for those of you thinking, well, he's seen how these people are going to play, we're going to play a bit more progressive. When asked what type of performance he would like to see from his England side in this game, his response was, the performance that gets us through. So best believe the mindset is not going to be changing. And against a Slovakia side that press well, keep the ball well, and sit in and defend well, I'll be honest, it's not looking good for England tonight. It really isn't, because if we approach the game in the exact same way that we have been approaching these matches, I struggle to see where we score. And we're going to be out-possessioned by Slovakia tonight. We may even concede more chances than Slovakia tonight. So we could really be under it. The only thing is I don't really see Slovakia creating too many significant chances either. So realistically, all I could do sitting here this morning and hoping I'm wrong and hoping that England prove me wrong is go for a 0-0 draw. I don't see England scoring unless it's going to be another one of those scrappy, deflected whatevers like we've had for our 2 goals already in this tournament. And also, as good as Slovakia are on the ball, I think defensively we are solid enough to keep them out. So it's going to be a case of, will the game get stretched? Will our plethora of attacking quality players on the bench be the difference? We've got players we can call upon that Slovakia simply can't call upon. So going into extra time, my hope would then be that England then end up coming out on top in extra time. Otherwise, realistically, this could be going all the way to penalties once again. So we'll see. Like I say, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we see a proper performance from England tonight. Hopefully it's a 2-0, 3-0 sort of performance. But as I sit here right now, I look at all of the build-up. I look at the interviews with Gareth Southgate. I just don't see any other result other than 0-0 tonight, other than maybe even a 1-0 Slovakia win. So fingers crossed, England get it right, but I'm not very positive. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw with, I have to say, England in extra time or penalties because of the quality we've got coming through. As for the other game, it is Spain against Georgia. Spain, who are the only side to win all 3 of their group games, coming up against the Georgia side who stopped Portugal from being the only other side to win all 3 of their opening group games. Now, obviously, Spain have played some fantastic stuff throughout this tournament. Most people saying they are the highest level side so far in this tournament. However, I still come back to what I've been saying throughout, and that is that they're not very clinical. They have an awful lot of chances, Spain, and they don't take anywhere near as many as I think they should. And they're coming up against Mamardashvili in goal for Georgia today, who has been definitely the best goalkeeper in this tournament so far. I spoke about Donnarumma yesterday. He had another good game against the Swiss, albeit not enough to stop Switzerland going through. But Mamardashvili, arguably as good, if not better than Donnarumma so far in this tournament. And if Spain aren't going to be any more clinical, Mamardashvili is going to have another good day in goal. That said, I still expect Spain to win, but I think it's going to be a lot tighter than people expect. I'm going to go for 2-1. I still think Spain will do enough to get the job done in 90 minutes. However, I look at the way Spain have been defending. They've not been great. They do concede chances. They do concede sloppy free kicks in key areas. And the likes of Kvaratskhelia, if he gets going, you look at that performance against Portugal, he carries that into the game today, and he's going to be causing that Spanish defence an awful lot of problem. However, it's just a case of how often is he actually going to be able to get the ball if the Spain team can keep it as well as we know they can. Ultimately, I do think Spain come out on top. Like I say, it's a 2-0, it's a 2-1 type of game. I'm going to go for 2-1. If Spain do start taking their chances more clinically, obviously it could be more. But I think it's going to be a much tighter game than people expect today. Georgia have earned their spot in this last 16 game by literally beating Portugal. They're no pushovers. They know how to put up a fight. I'm going for 2-1 to Spain, but watch this space. You just never know. So for me, it's going to be England in extra time or penalties and Spain in 90 minutes to face the Swiss and the Germans, respectively. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. There will be a post-match reaction to the England game, although it may be a little bit later than usual because I do have people coming round this afternoon to watch the England game with me. Who knows? Maybe I get them involved in the post-match reaction as well. But there will be a post-match reaction at some point. Hopefully, it won't be another England obituary, although I'll be very happy to do a Gareth Southgate obituary when his time at England comes to an end. But we'll see what happens. Like I say, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching as always. I'll see you at 4 p.m. for the Copa America prediction series once again.